Welcome to the 2021 Economic Depression and Preparation channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday, July 13th, 2021 edition. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button for Preach to Me to get the latest 100% financial true news for the United States economy and beyond. Thank you for your support, and leave any comments or questions you have down in the comments below. I do read them. And I thank you for your support. Well, you're probably wondering why I'm showing a winter scene here. Well, this is the city of Minneapolis, and today's news is based on this city. And they just can't seem to stay out of the spotlight, Minneapolis. And today, there's news coming out that Minneapolis Federal Reserve Bank is requiring their employees to get the COVID-19 vaccine shot or be fired. And some have chose to laugh, and some have chose, 87% have chosen to go ahead and get it. And this just goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that this whole vaccine thing, this whole thing has become a big, not a, I wouldn't say, let me see, how can I put this? Not a hoax, but it's become a big spectacle. I put it that way because now it's based on money. Everybody's racing to get out shots. As you know, Pfizer and the other companies, they want a third booster shot now. They want you to get next year. For those of us who have taken the vaccination, they want you to get a third booster shot. Dr. Fauci says too soon. And it's just so much stuff going on. I mean, guys, you notice how they're opening up all of these things. All-Star game is going on tomorrow or tonight, the baseball game. All these stadiums are opening, all these concerts are opening. No more social distancing. We don't even know if these shots work. It's an experimental vaccine, number one. It's not fully FDA approved. It was granted emergency use authorization, right? And guys, I mean, this is absolutely unbelievable here. So I'm just going to show you the story before I get into inflation. This is from Reuters.com. Minneapolis Fed to require the staff COVID-19 vaccinations for staff. Listen, they can't mandate the vaccination, but this is what it's coming to, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe that a lot of workplaces, both public and private sector workplaces, are going to start making this choice now to kind of they're not going to come out and say it's mandatory, but basically they're making say, oh, if you don't do it, then you're going to lose your job. And a lot of nurses have told me that they've lost their job. They have to go to travel nursing because some of the hospitals told if you don't get this thing, then, but at the same time, guys, I'm sure you've seen these reports too. In men over 50 years old, there's reports that Johnson & Johnson vaccine gives them Guillain-Barré syndrome, and that is absolutely dangerous. It can paralyze you. And then there's other, they pulled the vaccine, the FDA and CDC pulled it for like 3 days, and the next thing you know, it's back on the market. And for those of people that take the Moderna and Pfizer, I'm sure the side effects down the road will come. It's not going to show up immediately. And so either way, I don't want something that, and the third thing is that what this whole vaccine thing is, folks, is that we don't know what's really in those needles. We're trusting whatever the science says about mRNA vaccines, and I've read all the data and all that stuff, guys, but we're trusting because this is the first time that an mRNA virus vaccine has been approved for use by the FDA. In animals, it's caused just extremely sickness. In humans, it's causing a lot of side effects. You can go to vares.com, and look at the side effects that have been reported by patients who've taken all of the vaccines, okay? But some of the ones have been scrubbed. The data's been scrubbed, but you can go there. But the reason I brought this up, guys, is because this economy is dependent upon this reopening thing. And so it's contradictory to reopen the economy based on inflation is rising, but based on this vaccine. Okay, we don't know if it works. Nobody knows if it works. They're saying it works, it gives you protection, but then there's all this contradictory information about all these Delta variants. They're gonna go down the list. Next week it's gonna be an Epsilon variant or whatever. Guys, the bottom line is that you have to make the best choices for yourself, both personally, financially, and spiritually. And I'm not here to say that it's wrong or not wrong, but I am saying that it does seem quite strange, the contradictory information coming out. And it just seems like one big game, one big political game from both the Democrats and Republicans, because, like I said, it's been over a year now, and, everybody's just been interested in making more money from this crisis. And it's just been a disaster. And inflation is going up the most in years. Inflation is the highest in 13 years. Listen, folks, inflation is at 6% almost. CPI rose to 5.4%. This is the biggest jump since, guess what, August 2008. And we all know what happened in 2008. That was the big crash, the big consumer crash. And so, ladies and gentlemen, consumer prices are going up. Lumber prices just went down to some normal level, somewhat normal. But now, grocery stores are saying that they're stockpiling inventory because they fear distributors are going to raise prices. Used cars at an all-time high. I know I'm in the Northeast. Used cars are at an all-time high because computer chip shortage has caused production and many vehicle manufacturers to nearly stop. It used to be a time that, luxury vehicles like BMW and Mercedes and Lexus and all of that, Infinity, that was like what, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 years ago. Now you can get it. You can end up getting a Honda Civic or an Accord or something brand new. They want $35,000 for that brand new. That's crazy. And the used car prices, the average used car price is $25,000 and growing. A used car. I'm talking about a car that's 4 or 5 years, and now banks like Wells Fargo and Bank of America and Chase are making loans, auto loans, for as much as 8 years. You could be making payments on this thing, on a truck or something. It's absolutely crazy. So, markets will continue to reflect the uptick in inflation. And if I told you already that inflation is going to be hitting 10% by the end of this year, guaranteed. And you can already see we're at 6% now, according to CNBC. And, this is unbelievable inflation. The last 3 months, according to June's reading, we've had 10.0 inflation, 7.3, and now 10.5 inflation. According to, and they keep saying it's transitory on television, all these channels, Fox Business, CNBC, MSNBC. It's not transitory. It's here to stay because the supply shock is coming that we know of. And what are we going to do with this unemployment situation? Because unemployment benefits, I know in certain states like Maryland, they sued and then court litigation until September. They've extended it. But at July 30th is when the some states mortgage moratorium ends. And then September 30th is when the unemployment benefits for some of these states who are in litigation right now with the Supreme Court, that ends. So it's going to be an absolute disaster coming up in the fall and wintertime seasons here. And so I would advise everyone to continue to prepare as best you can. This is what this is about. I'm going to go back to that point that I made. This whole pandemic is about compliance. It's about, conformity and compliance. If you do what they say to do, i.e. take the shot, take the vaccine, you're supposed to get all these rewards, right? Like you go enter your name, enter into a lottery, and you can win all these prizes they're saying. And now they got all these people trying to tell you. And the thing about it is that, you don't want to be a blind sheep, okay? You don't want to just blindly take it. Many of you know this. Many of you are smart, Look at the data. Look at the facts. Look at what they're doing. There's no proof that none of this works. And we don't, it's just a hoax. Nobody knows about the shot. Nobody knows about what's going on. If things were so bad, why is everything opening up again, okay? If it's so contagious, if things are spreading out, why are they letting people go out with no mask? Even the vaccinated people going out with no mask. And then they were saying that the vaccinated people were still spreading the virus, and some people got COVID with the vaccine. Isn't that crazy? So guys, it's just, you have to do your homework. And same thing economically. If inflation is going down, if the prices are going down, why is there still shortages of food, energy, gas? Why are the ports not full? The shipping ports out here in LA and Long Beach, and Tampa and Everglades and Miami, why are they not full with shipping containers coming off the ships, huh? So why is gas going up? Why is all these things going up? Because inflation is here to stay, and they're lying to you. But that's okay. We know that. That's why we're here to prepare. So be careful. Be careful with your health. Take care of yourself. Exercise. Pray to God. Faith in God helps big time, tremendously. Continue to eat the foods that He's ordained for us to eat. Fruits, nuts, grains, vegetables. And sometimes, occasionally you can cheat and have fun and, ice cream or something or whatever. That's fine. I do that too sometimes. But fruits, nuts, grains, vegetables, and a little bit of meat here and there, protein, is absolutely fabulous. It does wonders. Avocados, it does wonders, okay? And also multivitamins if you take those, so, and drinks lots of water, a gallon of water a day or half a gallon of water a day minimum, okay? So guys, if you do those things, your own immune system will help you fight colds, flus. I can't remember the last time I had a flu or a cold. Maybe it's 10, 12, 15 years ago, but it does work. Get yourself some apple cider vinegar. They never talk about those remedies on the news. Get yourself some vitamin D3, apple cider vinegar, golden seal, fish cod liver oil. If you use those things, guys, there's all kind of things out there to help you. Garlic, all these things help to boost your natural immunity. So you want to be fighting around for this shot that Lord knows what's in it and what it's going to do to you 10, 12 years down the road, which you can't sue because all the vaccine companies have immunity and they've already been paid billions and billions of dollars by the government to tell you need this thing, okay? So be blessed, everyone. I just want to share this with you today. This is the 100% truth. Leave comments down below. I'll talk to you very soon. Thank you.